Hey boys, Slacker Elich reporting in. Let's see this new patch notes. That this one's been delayed, right? Ever since we started playing with mods, I'm even completely forgotten about the patches, man. I lost all hope about Miracle patch. I even forgot about their bullshit nonsense and lies about the ancillary work. Nothing else matters anymore. Don't expect anything, and you're not gonna get disappointed. Copium. Hey Agneta, you still not sleeping? Man, I almost forgot we got Kazakh campaign going. I have a really messed up sleeping schedule. I got home yesterday from the walk, and I took a shower and went to bed. And for 3 hours I tried to fall asleep. It was 3 in the morning, get out of bed, and then watch Facebook reels until like 8 in the morning. Then go to bed, and it's like 12 hours later. What to do? I have alarm, and I sleep through alarm every time. Every time. Sometimes I wake up and there are like 3 missed calls, and have a very loud Lord of the Rings theme playing when my phone rings. Anyways, where are we? Luxury life. Is this a list or is this in beta? Or beta? How to pronounce beta? Let's see once and for all.
Beta.
Beta. Shit, it's beta. How to pronounce Greek letter beta? It's beta, like with like a B. Shit. Also, I mean, we call it in Croatian we call it beta. Alpha beta, gamma, but it's alpha beta gamma. Beta, you mean it's like a beta, not beta? I've read. I don't think I've heard beta. I heard the beta all the time, even from the credit assembly people. Man, they're Englishmen. They should know, right? I'm looking at the chat, and every time I'm like, who is this new guy in the chat? Well, for a second there, I thought it was Shit Wizard with that orange name. Is everything all right, there, bro? You've been strange lately. Is everything okay? Midlife crisis? What the fuck, there, bro? You're not even 30 years old. You can't have midlife crisis for at least another 10 years. It's like aluminium or aluminum type shit. In Croatian, we call it alumini. You're 35. Fucking hell, man. Years are flying there, bro. In a couple of years, we're gonna be both in midlife, on average male lifespan. They used to consider midlife early 50s. But actually, our world average placed midlife for a man in this day and age around 38. Because most men die in late 70s, on average. Yeah, that's protein shake down. Okay, where are we? Is I hope the volume in the background is not too loud. Aryan has says, Papa Elich, I need advice. My best friend is a lesbian. Only date girls, but sometimes she initiates sexy times. She's coming over tonight. You think she might be interested to have a shot, even though I'm not a girl? I can't believe this. I can't believe this. A man has a girlfriend. Real men don't have girlfriends. I can't believe what I'm hearing here. Well, it's clearly that she's having her around for something and you having her around for something. And this friend thing is just an illusion. I recommend include some alcohol in your next social gathering and see what happens. Alcohol will clear everything, make everything clear. I'm not a real man, so that means I have a short right. I mean, everything is possible. If she's initiating sexy times, she will initiate more sexy times if she's drunk. So that's my advice. Where are we? Where are we? Okay, this is CA King Gobo. Hey folks, first up, I want to thank you all for your positivity around Master. What? 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 Why are we starting with Mother Ostankia here, man? That vodka is calling to me. I just had a shot of a chocolate liqueur in my protein shake, but the vodka is calling to me. I'm feeling targeted here, guys. Like, why did they put Mother Ostankia at the start here? I wanted to thank you all for a positive. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? What positivity? I never heard anybody say anything positive about Mother Ostankia. Who? Stop lying, CA. Stop lying. First with the ogres. Ogres in a great race before the update. Now this shit. Stop lying. Mother Ostankia has a new starting position. What? Okay, I need to calm down, guys. Just calm down. Deep breaths. Okay. Let's read this again. First up, I wanted to thank you all for your positivity. My blood pressure is going through the roof. Around Mother Ostankia's new starting position option. Mother Ostankia is getting a new starting position option before Nakai. Oh my god. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Close your eyes, and we'll take a few moments to calm your mind and body. Soften your face, your neck, and shoulders. Do your best to fully let go. And turn your attention to the breath, the calming breath, the soothing breath. Take long, slow breaths, full and deep. Breathing in I am calm. Breathing out, I'm at peace.
I'm at peace. I'm at peace. Okay. Mama's coming home. Oh, man. Patch 6.1 is on track for its intended release date of March 25th. This is not even released yet. And I'll be passing over to William further down this post to share the full list of release notes with you. Alongside the content and changes coming to the game, the release of this patch will also coincide with a change in how you can purchase the Shadows of Change DLC. This is like there's no words for this shit. Again with the Shadows of Change, we'll hear you loud and clear, CA. Nobody bought this shit, and now you wanna add some more stuff to sweeten the deal, so you get those satisfying purchase numbers. Please buy it, please. We need your money, boys. After pissing off 100 million euros on some shit shooter game, and hookers and blow, and donuts. Splitting it into 3 individually purchasable content packs. If you already own Shadows of Change, you won't need to do anything and you'll still have access to all the content. You can find more info about this in a FAQ that will be published shortly. Link will be added here when available. I'd also like you to thank Olga again for your feedback during the recent campaign AI beta. You will notice it in the release notes that we have already implemented one change from the beta into the live game. So they're working on the Shadows and Change once again, and no ancillary update again. This better not be the deal, guys. It's not but be a deal. I'm gonna need like 2 days to calm down. At least 2 days, if not 3. That bottle of water will disappear. I swear, it's gone by the morning. It's fucking April almost, and there better be ancillary update here. And as of patch 6.1, the AI will no longer treat enemy agents in the same way as enemy armies. What a bunch of horse shit. Horse shit. They don't even know what the issue is. There is much more in the pipeline on this topic, and we are currently putting together a blog post to share more about our key focus points for the campaign AI ahead of our second beta round, starting in the weeks following 6.1's release. So watch this space. Without further ado, allow me to hand this mic over to Will. This is Steve Coleman, community manager. Probably gonna be forgotten all the next month. They are changing community managers every few months. Greetings, Will Game Design here. Patch 6.1 arrives tomorrow. Is it me, guys, or they're again working at a super slow pace? Super slow fucking pace. We're probably not even gonna see ancillary update this year. March 25th, bringing new content and a wealth of bug fixes, balance changes, and a quality of life improvements to Total War Warhammer 3. Kislev is our headliner. Oh god. Oh fuck me. Porting a broad faction rework and uplift, followed by a rework for Tzeentch focused on Kairos, Fate Weaver, and a pinch of spice for Kate. What the fuck, man? Shadows of Change again? How many times are they gonna have to update this shit? We don't care. We don't care. Fuck Kislev, fuck Tzeentch, and fuck Grand Kate. Give me another dwarf update, and I don't even care about more dwarf updates. At least fix the Demon Slayers. For additional insight into, we have been working on the release check out preceding new block here. Otherwise, let's click on new units. Nangao Grenadiers. Wow. Wow. They got the water pistols, boys. Equipped with grenades, hand weapons, and a single-use stun bomb, these specialist troops can scatter packed infantry and are somewhat capable in melee. Fucking hell, mixed sex grenadiers in light armor are somewhat capable in melee. But we have some orcs serving Kate now. Using their stun bomb, they can turn the tide of battle by deploying a significant melee combat debuff on enemy units in large area. Guys, okay, just a little bit off topic. Now that Trump is in the office, they're hopefully gonna stop with this woke shit, and they're gonna put some real men back in the army. In Total War 2. Oh my god. Well, back on topic, where are we? Nobler Flingers. Equipped with slings and hand weapons, these malicious runs can pelt vulnerable targets from afar, adding a cheap, if inaccurate, range option for the Ogre Kingdoms. Remind me again, guys, what tier are the lead belchers? Thank you very much. Also, you'll find that a few nobles flingers have made their way into the garrison forces of Ogre Kingdoms. These are entirely additional forces, meaning they don't replace existing garrison units. Oh, maybe they remembered about the greenskin garrisons as well, especially Savage War garrisons. We also felt Ogre Kingdom's garrisons were a tiny bit weak, so a couple of additional range units was an appropriate change. Oh man. Alex says, fuck Trump. Did he get you deported, Alex? Tzeentch, Kairos Fragments of Sorcery. We have replaced the old Fragments of Sorcery system, where Kairos would gain special ancillaries on his skill tree, and he could use the replace specific subsets of spells with a new Freeform spell lore building system available in the Fragments of Sorcery tab on his character detail panel. So this is finally some good stuff. This is some good stuff, and Kairos should be very powerful. It should be very powerful, and more Kairos buffs. More Kairos buffs. I want to see more Kairos buffs. Not just Kairos buffs, but improvements to his faction too. Kairos starts the campaign with 2 slots for common spells. Every 5 levels, he unlocks a further slot with his final rare spells, also unlocking automatically level 20. Each slot starts with a Lord of Tzeentch spell set and can be freely swapped to its equivalent spell from the following 8 Lords of Magic. Nice, we can get rid of the shitty Tzeentch lore. That's good. Because, you know, if you want me to use Tzeentch lore, it better be way over the fucking top for me to use it. I really think the Tzeentch passive ought to give both power reserves, spell mastery, and that ward save all at the same time. That lore is underwhelming for no Chaos God of Sorcery. Bunch of copy pasta and overcosted spells, and damage numbers to the enemy of the StarCraft 2 Golden Age esports. There are no limitations how often you can change your spell loadout, allowing you to reach into your magic murder bag and retrieve just the right tool for every battle. I like the sound of this. New skills on the skill tree replace the benefits normally given as a part of a standard magic skill line, allowing Kairos significant discounts, an overwhelming array of lore passives, and a high levels of spell intensity. Holy shit, man! This is what I expected from. This is what I'm expected from Slans, guys. I can't believe Kairos is getting what I wanted for Slans before the Slans get reworked. Just don't tell Bloomcools. Don't tell Bloomcools they're sorting Tzeentch before they're sorting Slans. Slans been in the game for like what, 8 years? Maybe another 8 years they fix this shit. Okay. Tzeentch building and unit availability rework. The first two levels of the Secret Society chain have been moved from Tier 3 to Tier 4 to Tier 2 and 3. This allows access to Tzeentch Cultist heroes at Tier 2, which yeah, the Tzeentch buildings are disaster, man. Disaster. Disaster, and the complete rework was definitely required. Get closer to what Skulltaker has, for example. Chaos Sorcerers have been moved from Tier 4 to Tier 3 in the Mortal Servants chain. The capacity of Chaos Sorcerers is moved from Tier 5 to Tier 4. You know what I guys don't like? You know what I don't like? These demon factions like Tzeentch, Khorne, and you know, you still tend to use mortals over the demons, and you know, demons supposed to be fucking powerful, man. Demons have come literally. The apocalypse has arrived. And you're still going to choose mortals because of fucking esports balancing, because you know mortals are let's face it, better than demons. They have messed up demons, and I fear because of multiplayer they're never gonna be right. Demons are supposed to be way more powerful, and now they're giving us even more incentives to use mortals with the Tzeentch faction. Chaos Sorcerer moved from Tier 4 to Tier 3 in the Mortal Servants chain. Is passive for Chaos Sorcerer moved from Tier 4. Okay. Chaos Sorcerer alongside his other champions are exceptionally powerful heroes. But access to the Tier 4 was prohibitive, especially for a faction with magic as core strength. Adjustments to capital unit availability. Tzeentch has access to 2 separate capital chains, one presenting powerful keeps and the other rifts through where demons pour. Maybe they actually fix the Tzeentch garrisons as well. The keep chain now offers both standard and spear marauders of Tzeentch starting at Tier 1. Are you fucking kidding me? Khorne gets Chaos Warriors, Tzeentch gets marauders. The Rift chain now offers Blue Horus and Chaos Fury starting at Tier 1. Khorne is really a faction for fucking dum-dums. For fucking dum-dums that don't wanna use more than 2 brain cells. There, I said it. Marauder Horseman Tier 3 to Tier 2. Chaos Warriors and Halberds from Tier 4 to Tier 3. At least something there. Chosen and the Chosen with Halberds from Tier 5 to Tier 4. Okay. Chaos Spawn was moved. Economy changes. Yeah, okay. That's finally somebody spotted this trash values. All buildings now produce additional bonus of income when the local winds of magic return pastures, equal to the bonus provided by strong winds of magic. And another word of the technology tree. Technology tree. I swear I turn on the game tomorrow and I go check the Tzeentch number 9999, and that upkeep reduction on the late game technology is 3% off. I'm gonna need to order another bottle of vodka. This is the most uninspired, boring, and fucking boring technology tree I ever seen in the series, man. At least you could take for those old greenskins You know, it's just greenskins, man. They want to give them shit technologies. But Tzeentch with shit technologies, boring, boring, boring. Nothing to look forward to. Skill tree, Servam skill tree for Kairos Fate. We were new unique skills for Herald of Tzeentch. Okay, okay, and more, maybe more incentive to use the Herald. New unique skills for Exalted Lord of Change. Kairos Lord trait. Kairos has a few improvements to his previously fairly blind Lord infection effects. Those include spell cooldown and a better bell effect, as well as a magic buff to construction time. Because of course you can see the future, you can optimize such things. Kairos really needs to have top tier spell mastery. When Kairos casts spells, it should literally be the end times. Slans and the Lords of Change casting spells, literally it should be the end of you. And this is shit represented in the game. Shit. Slans should have a way to get max spell mastery and the Lord of Change close. Starting cults for Kairos. Kairos plots have grown, and he now begins campaigns with 2 cults holding operation. Okay, that's cool. I really like that you start with some stuff at the start of the campaign. And cults, you know, however useless they might seem to most people, they offer vision, you know, and vision has its value. You don't have to use the cults. Get a little bit boost to Grimoires, right? One at his old stomping grounds at Montfort. Okay. In Bretonia. A long forgotten reminder of the Year of Woe, and another in the Crystal Spires. Crystal Spires is way to the north, where the Whale is thin. The bud of far to the north, where the Whale is thin. The bud of a great cult network, or the prelude into a ritual of that would summon the Fate Weaver himself to distant lands to start ground mismachination. You know what I don't get about these cults, guys? And the Chaos Corruption, how incompetent you have to be not to give exponential increases to the power of the Chaos Corruption and of the cults, the more they spread around. Let's say you have a province where there's one cult, you get just basic effect. Second one, you get more effects. You get the whole province under cults, you get a double the effect. The nearby province adjacency starts giving more exponential bonuses to the adjacency in the previous one. And as the corruption, the cults spread, it just grows more and more powerful. Give incentive to remove corruption, give incentive to spread corruption, and make the corruption actually feel like it's doing something on top of the cults. Why can't they have corruption scale out of control if you spread a lot of it around? Why can't we have just exponential growth on the corruption bonuses? It's fucking Chaos Corruption, most powerful force in the Warhammer universe, and they can't even do that right. Where are we? Kislev. Kislev brings the worst to me, guys. I thought I was past that, but when somebody requested the Mother Sign campaign, it made me miserable. Miserable, and the first thing I did, I ordered a bottle of vodka. And I had 6 shots. Immediately. It reminds me just of really dark times and a dark cloud of Warhammer 3. And I don't think this is ever going to change. And the fact they are giving some low effort reworks and changes to Kislev without doing what really matters, what really fits. It's probably what is at issue is them focusing too much on the Realm of Chaos, and they've wasted so much resource they can't do shit right anymore in more Lamparts. But how can you not do the simplest of all things, make the great cities great? The cities of Kislev, Prague, and Erengrad. The cities with multiple landmarks, as many as 4 landmarks, and a core building, and a port in Erengrad, and they got 10 slots. Nothing raises my blood pressure more than Kislev Great Cities. It's the reason why I don't even want to play Kislev. It just made me into a full turn on the full bitch mode. Just complain. 10 slots in a single region province that has critical buildings outside the landmarks that you can't build anywhere else, and then you have to build. And then there is other buildings on top that are required, yet there is only 10 slots when 14 would not be enough. 14 would not be enough. I would be fine if that city had 12 slots. 12 slots would actually give an idea that these devs are still competent, they know what they're doing, but they are fucking clueless, man. And they keep those cities at 10 slots. Those cities need 14 slots. 14 slots. Kislev, Erengrad, and Prague are not different than Skavenblight when it comes to design. And they have more slots, more buildings to build than Skavenblight, with fewer slots to choose from. And you cannot build these buildings anywhere else, but you have to build in those cities. You're always going to build the same shit just because you're limited with the buildings. And they give you all those buildings for options. What fucking options if 5 buildings are just not good enough because there's no fucking room? Give us an option to buy a slot for 10,000 gold, another one for 20,000 gold, if you're worried about these massive cities getting out of control. Stop with the fucking construction slot limits in a single region provinces. There is no reason for that. Kislev, Erengrad, and Prague should not have up to 14 slots. 12 slots should be the bare minimal for a single region province like that. Another example is the Mut. There is no reason for Mut to be just a tier 3 small shithole. You could just make it as an old Warhammer 1 provincial capital, 6 slot. Just put some fun stuff. This streamlined generic board shit is like not like you're making campaign tournaments or something, man. What the fuck? It's been over 3 years now, and those cities are still at 10 slots. Kislev, Boris Ursus character unlock. All existing requirements to unlock Boris Ursus have been removed, meaning you're no longer required to complete the relevant quest battle in the Realm of Chaos. Fuck Realm of Chaos, man. What a fucking wasted resources. The worst thing the CA has ever done is the Realm of Chaos in Warhammer 3. How much resources have been wasted, man? We could have had like 7 miracle patches in Warhammer 3 more Lamparts instead of the Realm of Chaos. The supporter race is gone. This feature has been entirely supplemented by the court and auction feature outlined below. I have only played Ice Court once and I won the race. My very first campaign. So I have not really much to say about this. But a lot of people have complained because, you know, they couldn't prioritize things. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of my Clan Pestilence campaign, where, you know, people were complaining about Gorok murdering them with unbreakable Saurus that you just can't kill. It was true. If you don't know how to open Clan Pestilence back in the day and you know how to deal with Gorok, you're dead. And one time, you know, I just, instead of just using brute force or ambushes to get rid of him, I decided I would ally Gorok as Lord Skrolk. And if you want to do something, and you want to be good at something, and you want to succeed in life, you gotta make it your top priority, your life's purpose. And in that campaign, I have made it my life purpose to ally Gorok. I used all the resources of that campaign to get alliance with Gorok. Every coin I got, I gave to Gorok, and surprise, surprise, I got an alliance with Gorok. He went after the Hanuan, and then I betrayed him and taken Itza while he was attacking his other lizardmen. Anyways, what I'm saying here, if you wanted to win the race, back to support the race, you need to just put all in it. All in it. There is no second guessing what you're gonna do. You see supporters, you go for supporters. There is nothing else to do in the early game. Supporters, 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 and you can't lose. That's just like what I think. You can't do a little bit of everything and expect to win in everything. That's not. You can't do this shit in real life, and you can't do this shit in the games, especially playing a higher difficulty. Sometimes shit exists that you are required to be focused. You need to focus something in the first 10 turns, and focus something else in the next 20 turns. And then after this initial part of the game, then you can maybe start doing a little bit more of other stuff. Remember Warhammer 1 and to extend Warhammer 2, how the campaigns were always getting opened, especially Warhammer 1. You would open a province and you would not even fucking move until all the cities are being walled up. And that's why the Warhammer 1 was so slow compared to Warhammer 2, and Warhammer 3 is so fucking fast compared to the other two. There's just no such thing here anymore. You start campaign, you just click and you just go. You just go. You don't stop. If you stop, you fucked up. You probably fucked up somewhere, or you got surprised by the fog of war. And this is why Warhammer 3 is going so fast. But for CA, they still treat it as it's Warhammer 1. They made the garrisons shit, and the garrisons no longer priority anymore. The AI is not even that aggressive to need to play defensively like you had to do it in Warhammer 1. In Warhammer 1, AI would always try to punish you for not defending your territory. And if you were behind, you would just create a whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole, and I've had several campaigns where I would play like 60, even up to 90 turns, literally in the early game, just because I started the whack-a-mole, because I either missed something, I fucked up, or there were just too much to deal with. But there is no such thing anymore in Warhammer 3, and that's why the Warhammer 3 is so fast, and this is why they need to tune down turns on rights, turns on construction, turns on special technologies, global recruitment. It's all fucking slow for Warhammer 3. Those numbers might have worked in Warhammer 2, and they've definitely worked in Warhammer 1, but in Warhammer 3 is a much faster game. The little game disappears before you even finished building a tier 3, and you're all in the mid game. Mid game can literally start in the late turn 20, and mid game is dictated by combination. It's kind of to extent limited how fast the player progresses. But the problem is the player, especially vanilla, can progress faster, at a faster rate than the actually game can progress. So this is the main way to trivialize Warhammer 3 difficulty, because the player can progress even faster than the AI on Legendary can. And that was never really possible in Warhammer 1. That was impossible in Warhammer 1. Warhammer 1, you were catching up for like 80 turns. Warhammer 2, you didn't have to catch up as much. But in Warhammer 3, you can literally progress faster than the Legendary AI. You can get way more military than Legendary AI. And before you know it, you're on turn 60 and you're a top power. And the AI is still playing in their late turn 30. I wouldn't say I'm for slowing down Warhammer 3, because the CA is really incompetent doing such things. They tried over the years. They need to just tune down the numbers. And they have to accept the game is just faster. They have to tune down the numbers on recruitment, technologies, growth, building times, rights. They just have to tune up everything to accept this. This just happened. This is out of control, and it's too late to do anything about it. This is just how the game naturally progressed over Warhammer 1 to Warhammer 2 to Warhammer 3. Power creep was partially to blame, but what's more to blame is the supply lines. There is no supply lines, and a competent player, not even a very knowledgeable player, but a competent player of strategy games, putting more money into military, which was not available in Warhammer 2 and especially Warhammer 1, it just trivializes difficulty. And once you realize what you can do with your military, the game becomes boring. You literally have to limit yourself how much military you recruit, otherwise you progress too fast. Turns get super long, and by turn 8 you have literally an entire continent, and you're already expanding on continent number 2 and 3, and turns are 3 hours long. While the AI is literally not even recruited at tier 5 units. The AI needs to catch up faster, and the AI needs to be a way higher threat, even already by turn 40 on Legendary. They are just too behind the player, and it's not unacceptable for Legendary difficulty. The supported race is gone. This feature has been entirely supplemented by Court and Orthodoxy feature outlined below. As a consequence, invocations of the Motherland have been moved out of the panel and are now found on forts and settlements. These invocations of the motherland should not even be available to any other faction than the Great Orthodoxy. This is a mechanic that should just be available to the Orthodoxy and no other factions. I hate how they just give everything to everybody from the start. Even like you playing a Mother Sign campaign and there's a button for Ice Court. Like what the fuck? Player bias on Legendary is a must. They have fucked up the difficulty of the game with messing up the player bias, and the game has gotten way, 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 way worse. It's never been this bad. That's why they're trying to fix the campaign AI. And it's a simple solution. Bring back player bias. Easy fix. Don't try to add something to something that's broken. Fix what you broke and you don't have to add anything else to it. Just gonna make things worse. Legendary must have player bias. Don't like player bias, don't play Legendary. They could put the player bias as a part of a campaign customization. It's pretty straightforward. Thunder Confederation is now available to Kislev. There are no restrictions on declaring war between Kislev factions. Court and Orthodoxy. Court and Orthodoxy is a new shared feature available to all Kislev factions, including Mother Stankia. Why the fuck does Mother Stankia has Court and Orthodoxy, you lazy bastards? Shadows of change, shadows of laziness. As you play campaigns as any Kislev faction, you will accrue support with the Ice Court and the Great Orthodoxy through various means, such as construction of aligned buildings, fighting their enemies and dedicating your Atamans to their cause. For every 100 points support with faction you accrue, you permanently increase the faction support tier by 1 and gain a faction-specific boon. Guys, okay, I will tell you in a couple of minutes what I would have done with the Daughters of the Forest. Okay, let's accept it. They can't have female lords because of Games Workshop. Who cares? But that faction should not be played as a civilization building faction. That faction should be played. They should just carbon copy the Beastmen. The Bloodgrounds should be the Grows for the Daughters of the Forest. There should be a main Grow, which is the Hearthstone. And inside that main Grow, literally where you have the control over the territories. The other cities could be gifted to your friends or neutral factions or the other Kislev factions, but you should not have more than those grows. Couple of different soundtracks compared to standard Kislev, and no any of these fucking civilization mechanics of the rest of the Kislev. Why is that so complicated? They could have just copied the Beastman stuff. Put a couple of Witcher 3 inspired soundtracks, and there you go. You got a flavor faction. Spread goulash over the monsters. I need to go a bit back, boys. Bit back. I need to calm down a bit. Fuck Mother Stankia and this laziness, man. I'm here, boys. I'm here. Let me drink. Before the Warhammer 3 was released, I had the most hope and the highest expectations from the Kislev faction. And this is one of the things that is still the most disappointing part of Warhammer 3 for me. On top of Realm of Chaos and updating the old Warhammer 2 to the Great Warhammer 3. It's just the Kislev. There is something there and is just in a tunnel, dark hole, trying to dig its way to greatness, but I'm afraid it's gonna be stuck in that hole, and it's never gonna see the light of day. utterly disappointed in the Kislev and the overall Warhammer 3 vibe that they created with it. And I think, you know, I'm not sure how to blame all those delays. They're low effort, but I still gonna blame Realm of Chaos. I'm really still gonna blame Realm of Chaos, and I think you should just give up on Kislev and pretend they're never gonna do anything about it. This is my biggest disappointment of Warhammer 3 Kislev. And I feel like the Warhammer 3 as a whole, especially past the novelty of the game, when we see reveal the Dark Cloud in the sky, if they haven't released the Champions of Chaos DLC, the Warhammer 3 would have been a disaster level main game. Disaster in my book. This game would have been probably in the low 60s rating right now, instead of barely scraping out of 70%. I think the Champions of Chaos is what saved that initial Warhammer 3. And after Champions of Chaos, it went down shit again, with Shadows of Change and the Chaos Dwarfs, because you know how the CA was behaving. And then again they recovered with Thrones of Delay, made the best DLC yet after Champions of Chaos. But I feel like they're never gonna release anything as good as Champions of Chaos anymore for Warhammer 3. Champions of Chaos was probably pick Warhammer 3 what they would probably do. The people who probably worked to that point are not even working the game anymore. Now we have some new people and they're trying to do some stuff. And of course they can improve things. They can close all those delays, wasted resources, given enough time. If they keep doing what they're doing in the last year for another 3 years, this might be like low 80s probably. But Kislev will forever for me stay as a very disappointing part of Warhammer 3 that I don't think I'm ever gonna get past it. It's just like it's like something you really fucked up. Like you had been in a relationship in your life and you didn't even realize how good it was until it was gone, and then you just regret it every day for the rest of life. And that's how Kislev is gonna feel for me in Warhammer 3. It's just Warhammer 3 is probably gonna be the final version of the Fantasy Warhammer for Total War and Creative Assembly. And Kislev is always going to stay this this one disappointment that you are never gonna be happy how they done it and how they left it. I don't think there's such a disappointment in Warhammer 1 or Warhammer 2. How bad is this with Kislev? I think this Kislev thing, part of the game. Maybe it's me, guys. Tell me please, it's just me, and it's not Kislev. But I think the Kislev has been, out of all the 3 Warhammers, how it was treated and how it was done, it is the worst part of the series. It's me. Agneta says it's me. Okay. I'm glad you think it's just me, because, you know, this is just a super disappointing part of the game for me. Third update for downloadable content. And it's not because of Tzeentch, and surely not because of Garn Kate, it's because of Kislev. And because Kislev comes with Kate and Tzeentch in the mix, Kate and Tzeentch get stuff as well. So just remember this, Agneta. This DLC has gotten 3 releases. What other time this happened? And it's not because of Kate and Tzeentch. This is all because of Kislev. Anyways, where we at? Kubju says, honestly, Shadows of Change just ruined this game for me. It is for many people, Kubju. I lost like 40% of viewers after Shadows of Change. I have the statistics. 40% of the people have stopped watching because of Shadows of Change. I have stopped streaming, stopped caring really. I just started doing whatever really. And I started missing days, started taking days off. 40%, according to stats, have stopped watching the channel because of Shadows of Change. That's how bad it was. That tells you everything. And from that DLC onward, I just can't play the game anymore and can't support it anymore. I lost about close to 40% since the Shadows of Change got released. And since then, from my side of things, as you guys might have noticed, I have also started giving less effort into the game and the stream. It just... that period of what Sia was doing and Warhammer 3 was just... it was a new low. New low. I can't believe they were trying to get away with this shit. Where are we at? There'll be no more Yoo-hoo from Elich. Why is my stream only Total War? Well, it's for two reasons. Let's be real. Reason number one, I can't really get into other stuff. And not for long. And especially when it doesn't pay out as Total War, I just lose interest. And second, Total War keeps me busy. And there's activity in the channel. Pays the bills. I honestly, as I'm getting older, I am really stopped caring about getting the new stuff. The only new stuff I'm getting at this day and age is stuff that literally just interests me privately. Booba games, lewd anime, nutrition, exercise. I don't know if I have no time or desire or energy for getting into all this other new stuff. With a remote chance there might be getting something out of it. Trying some other stuff from time to time is good. If it's part of the goals, I go for it. Especially if you guys support it, I don't mind playing it. But me personally, I could just be playing 5 to 7 hours Total War every day and just be content without ever playing anything else. As you play campaigns as any Kislev faction, you will accrue support of the Ice Court and get orders through various means. Such as construction of aligned buildings, fighting their enemies, and dedicating your atoms to their cause. For every 100 points of support with a faction you accrue, you permanently increase that faction support tier by 1 and gain faction-specific boon token. Boon tokens can be spent in the core orthodoxy panel access in the top of the UI HUD for a variety of permanent powerful upgrades. One of these upgrades is Spirit of Community, or is the Unity in Toil. Every owned settlement provides plus 1% income and plus 5% growth to all adjacent settlements. Powerful. 1% income. So on 200 income you get 2 more gold per every settlement. You have a superpower, you can produce one more coaster. Be wary, however, if you show undue favor to one side, the overall stability of Kislev will be threatened and you will suffer escalating penalties. Various sources can improve how much you stretch this imbalance, such as controlling the relevant faction leaders, allowing you to tilt the balance more to your favored cause. Devotion is, as they were showing, it's replaced the control for Kislev. And it seems to be like a good thing. Another faction has more out of control. This should be a thing with every faction in the game. There should be more effects, both positive and negative. Those generic effects are just don't work. They don't really do anything. Devotion replaces control for Kislev faction. Devotion is a separate set of benefits to control. Recruitment growth are not affected by high nor low devotion. Devotion above 50 allows the usage of invocations of the motherland for both local forces and settlements. +75 devotion allows the settlement to nullify climate penalties. Devotion below 0 will grant increasing experience to Atamans deployed to quell the situation. If devotion reaches -100, a chaos incursion will occur. Chaos incursion, but only at -100. It's kind of like a rebellion now. Previously, it was the case that declaring war on another Kislev faction gave a -100% devotion penalty. This is now instead a -10 devotion penalty to all provinces. Army invocations. Previously found within the motherland panel, these invocations are now available in 2 new forms. Both require that you own the territory you wish to invoke them in and that it has at least 50 devotion. 50 devotion will be expanded when you invoke them. Take care that if you rely on devotion to nullify bad climate. So you lose the local devotion to get invocations up now. Settlement invocations. Found on provincial display this invoke powerful temporary boons and select settlement. They again require and spend 50 devotion. Winter Storm. I really like how the icons are here in blue. Atamans have had a significant overhaul, so here are the cliff notes. Atamans no longer progress via random dilemmas. Atamans instead have a brand of a new fleshed out skill tree, including a completely unique blue line and several unique skills. Surely, not even gonna invoke it. I don't know, you know, I'm sure everybody's thinking about it. Atamans now gain experience all deployed, which can be further improved by deploying them in a low devotion provinces. Areas with low resource buildings, key resource buildings, constructing walls, and in of the essence by constructing the unique Ataman abode in one of the 3 Kislev capitals. Wow, they added another building to Kislev capitals. Wow. Surely the Kislev capitals now have 12 slots. Another building to get 8 cities. I'm guessing they're gonna be getting experience like at a crazy rate, like the ogre tyrant camp tyrants. You can quickly access the Ataman skill tree by clicking on his portrait, which appears on the banners of the capital he governs. Ottomans can no longer be recruited as a standard field lord to control an army on the map. We felt this diluted their gameplay purpose as defensive governance, and restricting this allowed us to tailor their skill set much more tightly to their intended role. Ottomans have a brand new battle loadout, giving them battle equipped with pistols, axe, and shield to suit their staunch and defensive nature. Ataman now enable a new behavior called the Garrison Sally attack for all settlements in their control province. Perform a Sally attack, select an eligible settlement, and you will see a movement range, similar to selecting an army, and simply right-click an enemy force within that radius, as if you are ordering a regular army. This will cause the garrison to engage the dead target. The garrison will return to the settlement after battle. Why is this not a feature for all the garrisons? This range can be improved by spending skill points on specific skills in the Ataman skill tree. Eyo, how are we? Reading about Kislev and drinking vodka. It tastes so fucking good for a poison. Is Cookies here? I have a question for Cookies. Maybe Cookies can relate to this. I'm not good. Mother of Stankia, teleport Delena. We've heard your feedback surrounding Mother of Stankia's starting position in Nagrod, and while we understand there are those who want a full start position move back to Kislev for her, we also need to remember the reason she was put there in the first place, namely start position variety when playing as her, being able to play as Kislev in a unique location, and when playing against her, being able to find against Kislev forces when playing as someone else near her. And as such, we think a good middle ground is to allow her to teleport back to Kislev very early on when playing as her. Or of course she can stay in Nagrod. If you do decide to teleport, her new started position will see her taking up residence Plesk in Kislev's eastern oblast. Be aware, however, that this is a more difficult start location. How is this a more difficult start location? You can feed all the settlements nearby to Katarin or Kustaltin. And you have a powerful army of monsters. Only into the part to expand the Northern presence if you do decide to move. We also heard your concerns on Stankia's beloved hut landmark, so we have made it that she can construct her landmark hut either in Bleak Fortress or Volsgrad, but of course only in one place at any given time. I like that she has the option to return. Makes more sense for her to return to Kislev and help build up Kislev. Not to modders. While we did internally discuss allowing AI control Mother Stankia to also utilize the teleport functionality, we ultimately decided against this. However, the limitation for this is still present, and any modder can enable this functionality by setting Mother Stankia features chance to teleport home script variable above 0 to provide a chance for her to teleport to Kislev. We have given Mother Ostanka the ability to cure plagues. This has given her purification chant more utility later in the campaign, when corruption might be less of an issue. If only she was with us in 2020. Funny not found. Ice Court training. Overall, the Ice Court training system was too slow to produce characters. The random nature of the dilemmas was a cause of frustration if you were seeing a particular character build and the overall impact of the feature was low. So the Star Horse, they know that we are looking for particular character builds, as in we're looking for particular traits. They fucking know this. Why can they sort that fucking game already? The following changes have been made to tackle this issue. Training time has been reduced by half. Training dilemmas are no longer random. You will still get 3 training dilemmas, however they now occur one turn after another and have 4 trait choices instead of 2 per dilemma. Multiple traits have combined their effects, meaning overall characters from the feature are stronger. Increase the cost slightly given the above power increase, but there are more places where the cost can be reduced, particularly for Catherine. Building 3. Reduce the construction cost of Kislev income buildings by half. The Kislev economy struggled, particularly in the early game, due to having a higher than average return on investment from their economy buildings. There is a new Ataman-centric building available in the Kislev capital cities that allows dedicated leveling of Ataman characters at a large cost. Arman trained these locations have a chance to gain powerful, unique trait. Named all of the Kislev landmarks that had numbered upgrade names. Those now have lawful names in line with our approach to building naming across the game. Surely the Imperial Embassy is actually doing something instead of being completely useless. Added a 5th tier to the Boca Palace landmark. Improved the effects of the Imperial Embassy landmark. Only took 3 years. In line with the court and orthodoxy feature, Kislev now has access to a new ice court infrastructure. Another building! Another building! Another building! Another! What's this? 2 new buildings added? Man, I start the game tomorrow. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start a Kislev campaign, and if I see Kislev, Erengard, or Prague without at least 12 slots, it's not gonna be a good day. It's not gonna be a good day. I'm just gonna turn it fucking off and go walk a marathon or some shit in silence. Listen to meditation in loop. This is your last chance, CA. Get your shit fucking together. 3 fucking years it's been. 3 years. New building. Another new building. Drink some water. Mr. Wonder, I drink over 5 liters of liquids every day. Both the Orthodoxy and Ice Court chain has branching building options, including unique options when built within a key Kislev cities. Oh my god. Again with technology for Kislev? What the fuck, man? Where's the... What about Tzeentch? What about Tzeentch? Can you guys believe this shit? Kislev is the most fucked up thing they've done in the series. It's like they have no idea what they're doing, and this is like a third time now. This tells you how bad was Warhammer 3 released. The Kislev tech tree has been remade from the ground up. Again. With text reshuffled to fit a new 3-top structure. Hopefully they didn't hire the greenskin rework guy. The changes are too comprehensive to list in the patch note, but you will find new effects, remove effects, return numbers, and completely new notes alike. Ostankia unique section of the tech tree is unchanged and is found in the Land tab in the new layout when playing as Mother Ostankia. Why are we getting another massive Kislev update, guys? This makes no sense. For you guys have been here from the start. Isn't this the most bizarre shit yet? Why they're putting so much effort into Kislev again? Are they really that desperate to resell the Shadows of Change? This is fucking mental. Bonkers. What the fuck? And we got in nothing else. Again this shit with nothing else, another big update. Completely new skill tree for Atamans. Guys, I don't want to go there, but I'm gonna go there. Kislev is getting like a third rework, while the Vampire Coast is still in the shitter. I'm gonna leave it there. Don't know how bad this is. Get the fuck out of here, man. You haven't been paying any attention in the years here. Vampire Coast is Warhammer 2 though, right? Scaldberry, have you been here for Thrones Delay? They completely reworked the dwarves. That's Warhammer 1 faction for you. And not just that, they released another update for the dwarves later. Again. This is the third time we get in Shadows of Change stuff. Third time. The first time it really pissed everybody off. The second time we swallowed it. Alright, they added more stuff. And the third time is really pissing me off. They've said things last year that are coming to the game, and it's already been over 3 months of the new year, not a sight of it, not even a word of it. And you know why this is happening? This is happening because they want more money for Shadows of Change. And this is too much. What I've done here is way more than I expected. This is way more. This is something else, guys. No, this is not just about more money for Shadows of Change. They probably want to increase the number of people playing Kislev. Because their star horse see that Kislev is... Nobody cares about Kislev. Nobody's playing it. So it's a combination of more money for Shadows of Change, and they want to improve... They want to give people... want to make Kislev an option for people, because people don't play Kislev. And they don't play Kislev for a reason. They're fucking traumatized after the Realm of Chaos. That's why. And this is way more than they were saying they're gonna add. This is just like... This is like a massive update to the faction. I mean, look at this shit. Completely new skill tree for Ataman. Look at this. Revamped unique skill trees for Tsarina Katan. I can't wait for them to see how they fucked up her skill tree. She was like near perfect. Fucking near perfect. If it's not fucking perfect after this revamp, Cookie's probably going to do some riot on them. Revamped unique skill for Boris. How much anti-large can you give to Boris? He's probably gonna have like a 300 anti-large at this point. Revamped skill trees for Constantine. He probably needs some work, but like, what the fuck is this, man? There's nothing wrong with Catherine. Like, what is this? I can clearly see this and this, but what is this? This is some bizarre shit. This is bizarre. I can see this, and this is welcome. Kislev previously had access to a unique commandment when all regions in a province were chaotic wasteland. This commandment has now been replaced by order of the Tsar, which is unique to Boris Ursus and significantly slows down the local economy in exchange for a supercharging local devotion and purging corruption. The perfect tool to conquer the wastelands. Kate, new ogre camp. After the perilous journey from the Mountains of Morn, the Stone Shadow tribe has arrived in the wastelands of Jinshan, just south of Zhaoming, with their camp settled on the banks of the Great River, or they offer mercenaries to all nearby factions. Guys, after seeing the Greenskin technology tree fuck up, the removal of 8 attack technology, the removal of speed for infantry technologies, the fuck up with the replenishment, I'm just terrified of this shit. Because Catherine was already near perfect. Miao Ying Lord trait. Miao Ying Lord infection effects are pretty bare bones. Especially when compared with other lords. So we have added extra effects for her, including bonuses to Nangao team units, including of course the new Nangao Grenadiers, as well as some Bastion team campaign effects. Improved ability display list. Fucking finally. Fucking finally. I've been bitching about this for years. Look at this, boys. Look at this. Must have been done by the guy that improves the diplomacy tab as well. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Finally, some good fucking changes. Now we can actually read this shit. Whoever was doing shit like this hopefully never works again. We saw a lot of feedback recently surrounding the UI for the new ability list and how it has become difficult to view when the presence of a large number of abilities causes the UI to compress the list together. Durtu literally looks like this on our starter campaign. Shit, that is Durtu. See the sword, his sword, and the Tzeentch protector. And as such, we have adjusted the UI slightly so it will now display abilities on more rows instead of just one. A small change, but a big quality of life fix. Consider the before and after below. Yeah, they've done the same stuff with the diplomacy, and was a most welcome change. Now this is great. Races and balance. Battle. Oh man, here we go. Complex changes again. Oh my god. Not this again. Not this again. Oh shit. Fuck me. Complex stat changes. Horse cavalry turn changes. It was brought to our attention that cavalry turn speeds have been fairly inconsistent in the Thrones of Decay DLC. You know, guys, before we start continue reading this, there's a couple of good things that come out of multiplayer. And I would say that most of the cavalry improvements, with some of the over-the-top stuff that's been added on top of the cavalry improvements suggested by the multiplayer community, done by the CA, have been really good changes, and they've made cavalry strong, feel strong, and fun to use. And that's how cavalry should always be in Total War. It should be scary, punishing units out of position, and if the quality of the cavalry is high, you should be fucking terrified. And I should hopefully continue to keep the feel of cavalry like that. So not only they've done what the multiplayer community has wanted for the cavalry, but they also went even beyond that. But then again, doing some stuff here. They're taking a look at raising the turn speeds of cavalry to be a bit more comparable, so they can turn around and get the fuck out of here faster. High Elves and Bretonia, who have some of the finest states in the old world, were particularly suffering with a low turn speed and most other comparable horse cavalry units. We have rectified this by increasing the bulk of horse cavalry turn speeds from 100 degrees to 120 degrees, where it makes sense. Mostly High Elf plus Bretonian cavalry. Skeletal steeds are still relatively slow at turning on the virtue of being a bit dead. I hope this change serves to make the affected cavalry units a bit more responsive in turning, allowing for more flexibility when cycle charging in the rear, on the side and the rear of the enemy infantry formations. There's a full list of changes, huh? Zangors have been nerfed again. Lost 4 charge. 6 charge. Pestigors have been nerfed, they lost 2 charge. Who cares about 2 charge? The charge is all absurd. Kongors have been slightly nerfed as well. Nothing noticeable, but just slightly. Regular Gore herds have more charge bonus. And Bestigors also more charge bonus. Please the Regiment Renown. Knights Errant have been buffed. It started buffing Bretonia. They must have sucked in multiplayer. 2 attack and 5 charge. That's a small buff. The Green Knight has now perfect vigor. After what, 7 years? One day he will get a skill tree too, and a trait and items. I wanted to say the Grill Guardian Splash, the cleave being from 3 to 2 is a buff. Sergeant Pepper says, fuck you, Ellie, you just added 5 years to skill tree. It's all my fault, guys. It's all my fault the Green Knight is a Green Scout. I'll take the blame. Cheers. It's the first legendary hero they introduced, and it's still in the shitter. This is interesting. The Foot Squires, the Beast Slayers of Baston got quite a considerable buff. It looks like it's specific to the Regiment Renown. They got quite a damage increase. It seems odd to increase damage so much. They're gonna be shredding with that much more AP. They literally got the more than a razor standard added to their damage, but it's one of a kind unit, so I guess it's acceptable. Regiments Renown should be slightly over the top. Can you imagine you are working at creative assembly and your job is to attune Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders bows costs, and you decide one day that 600 is too much, you're gonna put it to 575, and because of this you have to lower their upkeep also by 7. I just sometimes think about these changes and just like this is beyond my comprehension, you know, why this is happening. You know, I understand this, you know, this is multiplayer, 25, you know, 25 here, 25 there. 3 years later, they might afford another unit of laborers. But this shit makes no sense. The only reason why they would touch this is because they have to scale the upkeep according to recruitment costs. But how did they decide from 150 to 143? What does this have to do with anything? This change makes no sense. Somebody explain this to me. Why would somebody even edit this? 150 is already cheap for a unit. Why would they put to 143? Let's just ask Google. I'm a little bit tipsy here. How much percentage is 25 out of 600? So it's slightly above 4%, 4.17. 4.17%. 7 out of 150. So they basically adjusted the upkeep cost by a similar amount as the cost reduction here. 4.17% here and 4.6% here. We don't see the decimal numbers, but they're there. Every number in this game has more numbers after the number. You just don't see them. But you know why this makes no sense to me? Because there is a worst offender here. Just hold on. You see this 600 to 575 and only 7. Now moving down, we have a smaller number, smaller upkeep, but the gap is larger. Or is it the same? It's actually the same. I thought it was the one higher. No, it's actually the same. Maybe it's rounded differently. It's almost the same. So they probably have some kind of scaling program, and they just adjust this by a couple of percentages. They don't decide on actual number, they decide on a percentage. The Chaos Dwarf Blunderbuss has got a health increase. I like this. I like this. This is great change. I like this. Chaos Dwarf Warriors got a... Wow, got a nice health increase. Wow. 4 more health per warrior. That's an increase. Wow. That's a nice chunk of health. I like this. What about the regular dwarves though? Won't that upset the multiplayer? They already copy pasta, right? This was the regular dwarf warriors, 7800. And I think it was a copy pasta. The Chaos Dwarfs were already better, but the health was the same. See, the same health. But now the Chaos Dwarf warriors have 400 more health. Does this mean they buff the dwarves as well? This change would only make sense if they buff the dwarf warriors too. But that's too much of a buff for dwarf warriors. Already for Chaos Dwarf warriors, this is a big buff. And this is not consistent with esports fine-tuning. This would only make sense if they buff the health of the dwarf warriors as well. According to what they've been doing with multiplayer. Gobo Cutthroats have more attack. And they got more attack again. Sneaky Gits got more leadership and more attack and 1 more ammo. Infernal Guard also got a health increase. Interesting. Also 4 more health. That's quite a big health increase for these units. Holy shit. Immortals, the Infernal Iron Sworn just got really buffed. They got 6 more attack, which is huge for this type of unit, this offensive unit. 10 more defense, unyielding assault, what the fuck? The Immortals is gonna be a lot of fun now. And the Immortals are their deadly anti-infantry, right? So they're gonna get more attack and more defense and unyielding assault. That's gonna make them crazy. That's like a corn level infantry. So massive buff for the Immortals offense. And look at that defense buff. That's crazy. Just like this. From 50 to 60. Why did they do that? That's a real big buff. It's one of those units where you don't want them in melee, so you want to shoot them or harass them with magic. Now they are going to be even crazier when they get into melee. Kadai Destroyer got a charge bonus increase? Jesus. Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's almost useless stat. It's gonna only be decent against other large entities. Doesn't do anything against infantry. So let me get this straight. Kadai Fireborn, the elemental / demon creatures that are on fire, literally, can now hide in the forests. They're on fire, by the way. Nice. So I guess they're buffing Regiments Renown across the board. I think a lot of Regiments Renown did definitely need buffs. Some of them were like Yeah, I like to say forgotten. You know, Regiments Renown should be over the top because they get only one off. But this is not the Regiments Renown rework I want. They need to really rework how they are accessed. It's like being accessed, just instant recruitment, and like their work right now, it's just boring. Too cheap for the player and too annoying for the AI. It's bad for the player and bad for the AI and bad for the game. So Ibon Claw do terror now. This is the Regiment Renown. The Revenant Heralds, the flying shooters have more mass. Feels weird, man, but I guess they got all more mass. Slanesh House got fear. Blades of the Ebon Queen, Hargan Execution has got an attack buff and a charge buff. Oh, that's a noticeable increase in offense. Cold One Chariots, massive offense buff. Massive offense buff, especially attack and damage. That's pretty big for the Cold One Chariots. So Hargan Executioners pretty much got buffed and more attack and charge. They make Dark Pegasus units have more mass. Okay, dwarves. Let's see. Another nerf to the Thunder Barge. Thunder Barge lost another 10 armor. They nerfed the Ekron Miners explosion damage. They nerfed the Miners blasting charges explosion armor piercing damage. Gyrocopters got a nerf in speed. That's it for dwarves. So the chaos dwarves have stronger infantry now. My bad. They already had stronger infantry. Now they have even stronger infantry. They're noticeably gonna be stronger now than the regular dwarves.
The Thunderbarge is the ultimate expression of dwarven air power. It's got 2 cannons, it's got loads of gunners on it, it's got 4 bomb bays, and it's also got a giant harpoon that it can fire from the main balloon part. It is insane, and it's really going to change the face of the dwarf playstyle. It is insane, and it's really going to change the face of the dwarf playstyle. It is insane. It is insane, and it's really going to change the face of the dwarf playstyle.
Okay, the cleave got changed to the demigriffs. Fewer targets is actually a buff. I kind of like that the Chaos Dwarfs warriors and the Fire Sworn got a hell buff. This is gonna be nice for the player and especially AI, because they have not very many of those units. Jade Lion got 20 more armor and small damage buff. Great Moonbird has lost some leadership and got mass. That's a significant mass increase. Jade Lion also got a little bit damage in armor. Terracotta Sentinels got a charge bonus and damage increase. It's gonna continue with the beta control warrior, I think. It's not finalized yet. Dune Dragons, the regiment round got more spell resistance, so they got like dwarves now, 35. Yeah, let's see. Anything for the greenskins? The Goblin Wolf Chariot Regiment Renown got a buff. Looks to me they fire one shot now, but what 2 to 1 shot? What? They're firing 3 shots. They actually had 2. So from the looks of it, the unit will get more accurate with more damage, but fewer shots. It seems to be like a good change, especially on the regarding damage. The base missile damage is okay if you target something under 40 armor. The AP is kind of poor still, probably 5. Shadow Walker's got a health and a defense buff. Ranger's got an attack and a charge buff. Dragon Princess got more armor, because 110 is not enough, let them have 120. They're supposed to have the best armor of all the high elves, right? Like second only to Tyrion, right? Silverhand got an armor increase. Lord Master Hoyd got another buff. Leadership armor and a better shield. Wow. Dragon Princess, in my opinion, in Warhammer 3 are must one per army at least. Just because every army can have a Razor Standard, and they can always have a high value on the battlefield. I think that unit needs a little bit more health and a little bit more AP damage, and it would be perfect. Phoenix Guard have more armor. Swordmasters have more armor and better shields. What is this sudden armor change increase? Surely they fixed the corn bug on the lords. So Corngo's got a nerf. Vratmongers got a nerf. They're slower, but they charge faster, and the mass change doesn't look like not gonna be noticeable. This is a strange one, though. I've not used this unit, so hard to say about this one. But it looks like it might have been over the top when they were hitting enemies. Slaughter Brute, yet another unit on the corn roster that has Frenzy before the Bloodthirster. Bloodthirster of Corn. Of all the things, this one thing has no Frenzy. Tell me a unit more fitting for a Frenzy than a Bloodthirster of Corn. The unit where the Frenzy fits the most, it doesn't have Frenzy. And I'll tell you why. Because it's a strong flying monster. Frenzy would put over the top. At least put a technology in the game to give them Frenzy. The Bloodthirsters have no friends, guys. It's like, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. 3 years. Still, demons are still in the gutter. This is the Bloodthirster. The greatest of Khorne's demons, a bloodthirster thinks only of the hunt and the skulls to be gathered in the blood god's name. Those few who have confronted a bloodthirster and survived commonly recall an overwhelming impression of vast size and unchecked barbarity, of roaring and snarling death riding upon Stygian wings that eclipse the sun. A bloodthirster's ruddy skin is covered with coarse fur and brass armor, sleek and gleaming with the blood of innumerable victims. This armor is forged upon the demon's flesh by Khorne himself, and thereafter becomes a living part of the demon, even whilst maintaining a brutal intelligence of its own. As such, even the bloodthirster's armor is wrathful and longs for slaughter. What is the Lord of Herrengunners? One moment. Volleys of withering fire reduce any would-be army to a riddled, desperate band. State troops of the Empire are paid as full-time professional soldiers, ready to answer the call to arms at all times while also serving as city guards, the fire watch, and the enforcers of the law. Every state trains its regiments to provide each other with mutual protection on the battlefield, marching to battle with detachments of differently armed troops to aid one another. Swordsmen fight shoulder to shoulder with spearmen, the close-range parries and riposts of swords complementing the longer reach of the spear. Handgunners and crossmen fell their foes with withering volleys of fire, while detachments of halberdiers cut down any who survived such salvos with heavy-bladed polearms. I remember the part in the Legend of Sigmar when Empire was fighting Norska, and I think their lord was sacrificed to summon a bloodthirster, and literally when the bloodthirster arrived on the battlefield, it was the end. It was something like the old scars were starting to open. They were started bleeding. You know, like they were cut all over again. Old wounds were opening. People are literally just dying just in presence of it without even fighting it. The greater demons and the exalted greater demons are just a disaster, man. Disaster. Like, disaster. It's hard to bounce in like that in this game. Funny you say this, Wee. Funny you say this. What was so hard about Elemental Bear? Or the incarnate elemental beasts? They given Kislev better demons than to the actual demons. I don't see anything hard about this. Guys, the incarnate elemental beast and elemental bear have more damage than any greater demon. Than any greater demon. There's no fucking worse for this shit. Even more damage than Be'lakor. For example, the Great Unclean One is a hell of a cool unit, but currently it's worse than a giant. Bloodthirster is acceptable because it's flying, so he has a pick of his target. But it's too squishy, in my opinion. Keeper of Secrets is by far the worst. The worst. It goes poof the moment you start holding his hand. Poof. This thing should probably have 40 missile resistance, at least. At least. This thing's supposed to be so fucking fast, you're not even supposed to sit. Let alone shoot it with a fucking archer or crossman. And don't get me started on the lords of the Tzeentch. Because let's not go there. Let's not go there. At least they get some buttons to click when you unlock some technologies. They sort of claim on a variety of cavalry, not just particular cavalry. Soul Grinder of Corn got the damage buff. Skull Cannon has a minimum range now. Helford Bellover Skull Cannon. Looks like the Regiment Renown got nerfed. Both guards of Corn Regiment Renown looks like a buff. They had a 4 cleave. Kislev. I switch on a Frostworm lost 10 armor. Frostworm in general lost 10 armor. I'm so fucking what do you guys? I'm down in a terrible mood right now regarding Kislev, guys. It's like bummed out. What's the words for all this shit? In the worst mood right now, ever since we said that it was time campaign, and now everything Kislev just pisses me off. Can we get some Rule 34 Catherine on Marriage Dungeon just to feel better? Kislev pisses me off. Armor Coasters have 2 more attack. So they add buffed a variety of regiments renown. I think that's a good thing. Devastating flanker on anti-large cavalry. That's strange. Oh, look at this. King Oracle got more health. I'm guessing they buffed the Feral Troglodyns. Stalkers, Communal Stalkers got 4 more attack. That's a nice buff for the Stalkers. That's a nice buff for the Stalkers. But they need a little bit more damage to go with that. After they use their missiles, they lack damage. So the attack alone is not going to be enough. Health buff to Feral Carnosaur. That's good as well. Krogar got a health buff as well. So looks like they buffed all the Carnosaurs. Norska. Femir Belfins got 3 more attack. Skinmuverkin 3 got Strider. Marauder Icefall Chariots got a buff. Pretty big one. Pretty big one, but they ought to take away their range attack and just leave it at fire at will. They turned the Marauder Icefall Chariots into a heavy chariot. Heavy chariots are significantly better, so all this is, you know, like fine. Usually help in encounter against large entities, but this is the big deal. Because if I'm not mistaken, the chariot is fast. Yeah, that's one of the fastest chariots in the game. And they turned it into a heavy chariot. It's gonna get nerfed fast. 95 speed at 2000 mass. What the fuck are they thinking? That is a really fast chariot, and they just gave it the heavy chariot treatment. That shit is gonna get nerfed, mark my words. That is way too fast for that mass. It's going to be traumatizing infantry. That is the fastest heavy chariot, right? Outside the Slaneshi chariots, which don't have attack animations. Okay, Exalt Seeker chariots are 100. So the Hellflayers are the fastest, heaviest chariot. What does this matter? The higher the mass and the speed in combination, the deadlier the collision damage. The moment they increase the mass in the relation to the speed versus the infantry mass, it can literally be a difference if they're gonna kill a 30 unit or 7% of the unit. And with higher mass, they can also disengage easier out of the infantry. Yeah, plague drones, Angels of the Carriage renown has lower cleave. Vestigors lost charge, but yeah, they only have crazy charge. 30 to 28 doesn't do anything. What? They buffed plague ogres? They really buffed plague ogres? Plague ogres are already crazy. That's weird. It's quite a defense buff. The guy weapons also got a decent attack buff. They lost the wall breaker, but they still got the buff. Bile trolls don't have a poison, they have a acid vomit now. Whatever it is. I'm guessing it's gonna lower attack. And maybe armor. Continue to lower the cleave on these units. The Great Unclean One got a little bit more damage. It's kind of funny they keep buffing the damage on the Greater Demons, and yet they're still not even close to the damage of the Kislev's Greater Demons. Another nerf to multiplayer riders. That's a second nerf now to pickback riders. Looks like the Thunder Tusk range build has got nerfed as well. Scrag has Vanguard deployment. See, that's much slower than the rest of them. It's 48 speed. I guess it makes sense because the Gorgeous have Vanguard. Skaven. Teeth Breakers got magical attacks. It's almost like there's supposed to be more, but that's it. That's suspicious law stuff for the Skaven here. Almost like they're working on a Skaven update next. They don't want to put much here. Slaanesh. Allura's got a big armor increase. That's a real big armor increase for Allura's. Herald of Slaanesh as well. Chariots as well. Big armor increase from 40 to 70. Not gonna be a squish anymore. Pretty much it, just big armor increase on the chariots and demon hero and lord. Tomb Kings. High Queen Khalida is now immune to contact effects. Cetra is faster. He can get his max speed and stop moving much faster. That's acceleration, the X start within the speed. And that's it. They just made the Cetra more responsive with the speed. Cetra can be really fast, so this stat matters. Faster acceleration means he will get faster his charge or collision damage speed. Zangors lost a lot of charge. Literally, the one last thing they didn't butcher on the Zangors was the charge, and now they lowered it as well. The Heralds and the Heroes got armor buff. The Pink Horse as well. That was much needed, really. Much needed. The Deathshriek Terror guys got a massive mass increase. That's a really big mass increase for Deathshriek Terrorgeist. And the Terrorgeist as well got a huge mass increase. Blood Knights! Ooh, got a little bit more damage. Little by little, they're getting there. That's a 4 weapon strength increase for the Blood Knights. And also buffed by the Frenzy. This one is particularly big deal for the charge. Black Coach has the same chariot treatment as the Cetra, it seems. Chaos Chariot Slaanesh got a charge increase. They stop with that bullshit with the Slaanesh chariots having shit charge because they devastating flanker. For second Slaanesh also, I guess because Slaanesh units that thing didn't work what they were trying to do. They added more leadership to Kolek. The Great Stag Knights +1 melee defense. I swear, man. Who decides shit like this? Could have done +2, man. +1. What the fuck will 1 do? They should have done that +2. Might give them additional defense with the veterans, right? The Wardens of Citral, the regiment now got more attack and magical attacks. Expert charge defense now. Okay. Ash Storm is cheaper. All the Warhammer 3 magic was too expensive, they're slowly lowering the costs. Chant Ballistic is now at 55 range, like most of this ability should be. The Molder has 3 uses. I didn't even use that twice. That's the Trotz ability, I think. They changed the Mistwalk Barrage again on Altarian. Here the Falling Blade. I don't even know what it is. This is a 50% more damage buff. Sounds familiar though. Femir's got more missile resistance, huh? So no ancillaries at all in sight. Thanks to the Tarian, 25% more base weapon strength. Is that the Wolfric sword? That seems like a big buff. What the hell is this base weapon still on Gitsnik? What the fuck? Are you telling me Gitsnik now gives 50% more damage? That can't be right. Grimgirl has crazy damage. That's what it means, right? They added 50% more damage to the weapon, right? That's a bizarre number. That's way too high, man. It's like, I would say 30%, 50%? What the hell? Why they give Gitsnik 50% more damage and nothing to Exo Grimnir of Exo Dargo? Like, what the fuck? Gitsnik was already decent. What about the Togrim and the Slayer King's weapons? The way this is written is one boy, it's like it just gives another 50% damage. Maybe just, I mean, Grimgor is mainly AP. Maybe just like, it surely has to be the ability, and I forgot about the rest of it. Has to be the damage, right? Oh my god, Grimgor, you have 25 rampage. I love you. We need to look for the crown with you. Grimgor with 25% rampage. Oh my god, that's gonna be extra turns. Soon, one day I'll play Grimgor campaign. Again. Fix the potential crash in Malakai's adventure quest Battle of Dragon's Bane. Fix the potential game freeze that occur when pressing escape while dragging UI elements. Fix excessive CPU usage on certain Intel processors. Fix the potential crash that could occur when loading a siege battle. Campaign. The options for offer to the Great Mosh should now appear consistently for all Ogre Kingdom Lords. Fix an issue where Tyrant Demands could target Ogre camps. Fix an issue where the bribe option of Tyrant Demands was available for armies with only one unit. Fix the bug where when attacking ports elements from the sea, armies would land nearby rather than landing adjacently. What was the bug? Fix the bug where Chaos and the Empire could raise factions from occupation immune settlements. Fix an issue where the Ogre Kingdom effect was applying across the entire game, reducing all factions mercenary recruitment costs by 50%. Fix the Lord. Okay. Persist no overlap. I don't even want to read this because I haven't seen most of those. Battle general gameplay. Fix some issues with chariots and some other entities were being hit by the same projectile multiple times. Oh my god, this again? Fixed some issues where chariots and some other entities were being hit by the same projectiles multiple times, resulting in excessive damage. Didn't they fix this only like twice? Fix a possible crash when there are too many projectiles slowly sliding or rolling on the ground. Fixed issues with range units fire the wheel stands by increasing the number of checks units make to start firing. They will now also prioritize firing or maintaining positional unit cohesion. We are working through fixing as many instances of this bug as possible, so if you run into any further issues after the update is live, please do report them through the link at the bottom of this blog. Okay, they're fixing more fire the wheel stuff. AI. Fix the bug where if the most of the player's units were hidden, the AI units would remain in formation instead of rushing forward. Yeah. Updated the route and morale rules so that when the defending reinforcement destroyed, the original defending army inside the settlement won't rout without a fight. Fix the bug in Gorbut's Ironclaw campaign where during the first battle position the majority of the army on the left side while flanking with cavalry caused the enemy giant to become stuck, repeatedly spamming 2 orders without moving. Resolved an issue where retreating missile units when ordered to shoot would move forward the enemy instead of choosing a better position to regroup. Fix the bug where the AI would attempt to capture gates that had already been destroyed. Fix issues where units that broke the gate would remain idle instead of entering the settlement. I actually seen this. Fix an issue where the AI would force path through archers on walls and then get stuck between the re-engaging and reaching a point. Resolved an issue where units on the extreme flank would remain idle after reaching the designated location in land battles if no enemy was present. Yep, that's seen that as well. That's a lot of animation bugs. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. What the? Stop! Stop! What? Stop! Stop! What the fuck? It's like not taking a shit for 5 days and they just unload everything at once. What the hell, man? What a wall of text. Hopefully all that works. Fix an issue in the Malachi Makaison quest battle Anger of the Forest where units could pass through a rock formation. The rocks have been in their position to prevent this. What about that Greenskin's underground siege where the reinforcements spawned inside the rock? Fix an issue on the Ashmouth volcano land battle map by repositioning Lapis slightly further from the deployment line, preventing erratic initial deployment of the player troops. Fix an issue where a number of rocks on the broken bluff choke point battle were floating in the air and have now been repositioned correctly on the ground. Fix an issue by moving the sun on the first battle map market starting position to improve the overall lighting. I swear, I don't even notice half this shit until I read this. The following notes are issues that we are aware of and working to resolve, but didn't make it into the 6.1 release. These fixes will arrive in the near future as a part of follow-up hotfix. There are some known instances where devotion is still displayed as control with either icons or text. If a settlement with an Ataman is lost, trade with diplomacy or abandoned, the Ataman will die. The reinforcement arrow is missing when an Ataman is enforced by an army. That's good to know. During the Staff of Tomorrow quest battle, the enemy Lord Pest and future Kairos Federer does not have any spells. Invocations in forts and gates become available after loading a save. The warded skill does not grant the correct shield barrier as intended when activated. Not a word of the answer rework. Not a word. I'm kind of shocked they didn't doing any post up for the Greenskin technology either. I do hope there's some extra stuff they didn't write here, like the Kislev Great Cities and the Tzeentch technology tree. But at this point, I'm expecting the worst. Surely they would do something about those. I mean, technology for Tzeentch. Not a word has been mentioned, yet they reworked the entire Kislev technology tree again. Again! I might calm myself down. Calm myself down with something to watch. I'll see you guys tomorrow when the patch hits. Probably should be fine with time tomorrow. Probably. All this Kislev stuff really pisses me off. Yet another big update wasted on our old DLC that nobody cares about. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Badge. I can't sleep, I might be up in the morning.